Click the links to join the channel here over at Subscribestar or Odyssey. That just got memberships and monetization over there and all that kind of stuff. Or I got a mailbox. Mail me some comics. So, eventually Hollywood's going to run out of that institutional investor money. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when they turn on themselves like, oh, we're not getting subsidized for this globalist woke SJW propaganda. What do we do now? You're going to have to make movies that people will actually pay for? No. Other than that, but you're out of money. You're not going to get any venture capitalist cash unless you actually make stuff that people want to see. And look at you, but the audience is all Hugo Boss. That's really how they think. So Netflix reported to adapt C.S. Lewis' Chronicles of Narnia with Barbie director Greta Gerwig and Black Widow actress Florence Pugh. She's the one with the fat face. That's about all I remember with her. So the Chronicles of Narnia, but woke, diverse, lame. The Hollywood something on Twitter came out with a list of upcoming reboots and sequels for this year. There's like a dozen or more, and with the only one possible good one, the Joker, which, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they'll find a way to F it in the A and ruin it. I still haven't seen the first Joker. I'm behind on a lot of movies, actually. I'm going to have to, maybe I'll watch those together. So the thing with a lot of woke movies is sometimes the movies that you don't think are woke, but they're actually like stealth woke, is the director intends them one way and the audience interprets it another way. Pulp Fiction, Fight Club, Falling Down, Blazing Saddles, they're all viewed differently when you put on the They Live glasses. Everything changes. And strap on the tinfoil hat, right, you weirdo? It helps. You start seeing everything from, Faraday cage nationalism, buddy. You make sure you get that tinfoil for that cell phone. You start seeing everything from a different perspective. It's like a hidden shadow world within the surface world. And it would make a good video series, but not for YouTube. So what does Hollywood hate? Christians? Well, I guess I could do it on Odyssey and Subscribestar because they have member stuff now. What does Hollywood hate? Well, they hate Christians, blondes, blue-eyed people, and fair-skinned Europeans in general. If you keep that perspective in mind when you watch movies, everything will start to fit into place. I know that sounds a little bit, a little bit out there, but like seriously, once you go down that rabbit hole, man, it's I can't get back up. It's like you're just gonna have to break on through to the other side. So Hollywood is making reboots because they're counting on name recognition to sell tickets. It's the sort of nostalgia bait and then the woke switch. And keep in mind, nostalgia is, they call nostalgia, they say it's fascism coded because the unity focused past was better than the diverse present and the nightmare future. Anyway, making a movie about this, the Chronicles, should be pretty easy. Just follow the books. How hard is that? Well, that's impossible for Hollywood because they need to make it diverse, BLT, and really, really lame, which they will. And in this version, they're using the chick from Black Widow. She's in everything for some reason, but she's mid and very forgettable. She has a fat face, so she doesn't threaten fat chicks, which is 90% of the American audience. Don't get me wrong, the dudes are just as fat, but not as threatened by fit dudes on camera for some reason. So they're going to tell the story out of order, which doesn't make that's fine. It's not a problem. It doesn't matter because I don't think anyone's going to watch it. The story is based in Christianity with the lion representing God, and the kids have to go on adventures and learn from their mistakes, sort of thing. Then in the last book, the world ends, and they go to the kingdom of heaven. They're not bad books. Not sure if they really translate to the big screen though, and they seem more like kids' books, where Lord of the Rings was for all ages. Though the low budget English version that came out, I don't know, in the 70s or 80s, that was pretty fun. You had people in beaver costumes and stuff. It was really low budget. But the problem is, it's a Christian story, and Hollywood is made up of blood drinking Moloch worshippers. So they're going to find a way to ruin it. It's what Hollywood does. Oh, and the Lord of the Rings. Oh God, what was it? Some just cringe news came out of Lord of the Rings. Like, Saurion? Is it Saruman or Saurion? Is some Indian actor, which is kind of an interesting choice. So yeah, they're going to find a way to ruin this. Anything Hollywood touches, they ruin. I I don't think anything good's going to come out of Hollywood ever again. And it's in current year you hear that, and that doesn't sound that weird anymore. To say, oh yeah, everything out of Hollywood sucks. You have to go back. Like stuff slips through the cracks. There are some things, but you kind of have to go back. If you go back before 2000, you're more and more likely to get better and better stuff the further and further you go back. So Hollywood cannot create anything new because it's going to be woke diversity from the start, which everyone thinks is cancer. It's just not many people will come out and be honest and go, yeah, just old diversity stuff. It's just not for me. I want to see my tribe on screen and represented well. For once, can you you know how you make all the bad guys blonde hair, blue eyed? Can you make the bad guys, the antagonists, non-Europeans, for instance? Or if you're gonna go after some religion to show how evil they are, can you make them not Christian? There's those two other Abrahamic religions. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Yeah. What's wrong with that? How come you're only going after Christians for some reason? Weird. Anyway, so the non-European thing, like, are you gonna make a movie where the bad guys are anything other than blondes with a German accent? Perhaps, like, people are celebrating Die Hard because we're talking about it online because it's I guess a Christmas movie, and so it's a bunch of German blonde hair, blue eyed people who commit large scale malum events. They're taking over a building. This is, I don't know, in the 80s or 90s when they made that movie. It wasn't one of my favorite movies. And Bruce Willis is in it and like crawling through like ducks or something. So that the bad guys are the Germans in the Nakatomi Plaza building. And this was pre 9/11. It's like even back then, that wasn't the most likely scenario. Kind of on the nose there. Hollywood really just touching the brain sometimes. Anyway, where's I going with this? So, they're gonna more and more people. You just need to say diversity is cancer and pretend like you don't understand the hidden implications of that, because like you say this on Twitter and they immediately ad hominem. So what you're saying is you're some kind of Hugo Boss because, like, how far can I say this? Okay. I was on one of those free movie sites the other night, and I looked up hot word Christmas special. I forget what I was looking for. And it comes up with all these, there's a lot of Christmas specials, mostly not made by Christians. And there was the black Christmas special, and it was all black. And then there's the other Christmas special where it was like there'd be 4 people on the image, and there'd be 4 fair skinned people, like looking like me, and then there'd be the one black character. Or they'd be the mixed tribe mixed characters kind of thing on Christmas. And if you go look through those Christmas specials, you'll notice what I'm talking about. Like, wow, this stuff's been going on for a long time. I mean, it's just obviously so much to say about this kind of stuff. So they're taking her out of the age range. I don't know if that matters so much either. I mean, none of it matters because nobody's gonna watch it. So if more and more people just got out there and said, yes, diversity is cancer, I want to see my tribe just like you want to see your tribe, and just, start being honest about this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, we have in-group preferences too. What's the problem with that? Like, everyone else can have in-group preferences, but our tribe? Because when you put it to them, like, if you can get over that initial hump of awkwardness, of political incorrectness, it puts them in a weird spot because they go, oh, yeah, how come we don't get movies for us, but everyone else gets movies for them? That does seem a little bit weird. Anyway, so woke is cancer, and everyone agrees with me, or most people agree with me, but it's just not enough people are saying it except for me. So the thing is, if they can't create anything new, because anything new is going to be stuff that does not connect with an audience. It's going to be this astroturf, globalist, tribe mixing type of stuff. So it wouldn't sell, and the problem with that is it showcases that woke doesn't sell. And that goes against their narrative, which is an issue for them because they're trying to, like, they're going on this theory that, like, people are really on board with this kind of stuff, and it's like, they're not. I mean, it's one of the reasons they had to turn off dislikes on YouTube, because people were starting to see. It's not that people don't like this stuff. Yeah, that's obvious. But it's that if everyone is seeing how much like left-wing politics, left-wing movies, all the woke SJWisms, how it's being totally rejected, because the left can go to these left-wing things and give it positive reviews, and the right can go to it too. But it's like something's not adding up. They're going like, it doesn't seem like anybody wants this stuff. So every time Hollywood comes out with a Little Mermaid and it just gets absolutely nuked on YouTube, people would start to look around and go like, well, wait, why are you making this? This doesn't make sense. And it would have people start questioning things, or like the guy in office now that allegedly got all those people supporting him, and like every time he'd come out with a speech or something, it would just get nuked. Or the media, left-wing globalist media would come out with something, it would just get like totally ratioed. So YouTube turned off the dislikes. It's actually a big deal in them controlling the narrative to protect their interests. So Hollywood's kind of in a weird spot right now because they've woke themselves into a corner. They're making films that the soy pussies say they want, but nobody buys them. And there's been a dozen of these movies that have come out. Aquaman is the Marvels. I guess the Marvels is a better example because it's a diverse chick flick. And you go, yeah, so how come the chicks didn't see it? Where were the ladies? Where were the where's all the diversity people who say they want to see this? Or Blue Beetle, I think that bombed too. That was I don't know what theme that was. It was just some vaguely non-white group of people doing whatever it is they do. And you go, so how come all the diversity didn't see this movie? How come you guys didn't support it? And where are all the feminist chicks? Oh, well, those are like action movies. Those are for men. Okay, so what men specifically watch these action movies? What do they want to see? I get blonde hair, blue eyed dudes like Chris Evans or Chris Pratt or something. Okay, so why aren't they in the movies? Oh, because it's like not diverse enough or like something. Yeah, diversity's cancer. Yeah, if you just say that, like you just get comfortable saying that. Honestly, I want to run a retreat. We get together in Idaho or something. We sit around in a circle and, diversity is cancer and everything about Hollywood. Be like a reverse Moloch worshiping. Where do they do that? Up in Oxford, I don't know, Northern California or something. Anyway, so the soy pussies say they want all this crap, but they don't actually pay for it, which is a problem because eventually State Street, BlackRock, Vanguard, and all those other institutional investors are going to be running out of your mutual fund money to fund this kind of stuff because people are tribal. And globalism makes for horrible stories. It's the Bolshevik found family concept that they put in every story because it's completely fictional astroturf. Unfortunately, in the real world, people hate each other, which, that's kind of a separate issue. But in the movies, the Doctor Who Christmas special #4 that came out, holy cow. Are there any English people in this movie? I started to take some notes on that, and I thought, I don't see how I could do it on YouTube because it's like just hot word after hot word. There's no English people in an English movie. Those are English people, you Nazis. No, they're not. Anyway, so the stuff is, this is astroturf. Globalism is astroturf. It's not real. People hate each other. And like I said, it's a different issue, but on screen, people want to see either a little escapism or they want to see something that connects to them, something that feels organic. And globalist stories are not organic because they're just Bolshevism 101, all this found family diversity stuff. And you look up, like, you just have to start being honest with these people and say, oh, yeah, we hate this. We're tribalists. We're nationalists. We're I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to avoid using a lot of hot words, but you just don't want to see this kind of diversity stuff. And feminism is cancer. Oh, I hate feminism. And pretend that you don't understand that they're immediately going to make an ad hominem. You can stay the sus on social media. And you go, yeah, I get the ad hominem. I heard that, but it's like still the audience is not on board with this kind of stuff. It just seems like everyone in Hollywood, the media, they're all on this agenda, and they're willing to lose money to push this narrative that is counter to making money. It really feels like something more deeper, darker, and nefarious is going on with these these planetologist type of people, to borrow from Dune. Oh, I think Dune's coming out with a sequel. It's like, who cares about Dune? You have the original books, and I think you have the 80s movies with oh god, who was in that musician? I think was it Sting? Or the guy just passed away. Oh, son of a bitch, I forget that. You know the one I'm talking about. Anyway, people hate each other. Lean into that. Start talking about that. Like, no. We don't want to go in the direction of kumbaya and globalism. We want to go in the direction of separating entertainment, different entertainment for different people. Can we get that? And you see them like just to start to splutter and flutter, and they don't know what to say with it when people openly look at their diverse feminist cancerous propaganda and say, yeah, we're not on board with this. And clearly we're not the only ones because these movies are not making money. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Join me over at Subscribestar or Odyssey, and you will get your own tinfoil hat, and we can go down the rabbit hole together. I'll see you guys on the next episode.